Good afternoon. Welcome to another video. Thank you for sticking by if you're new, and if you've always been here, thank you very much for staying. My name is Naomi Karemi. I am a birth, postpartum and bereavement doula, and I'm also now a maternity nurse, translated in Dutch as a Kraamzorg. Now on here I share a lot about pregnancy, birth, postpartum, and sometimes bereavement. I mean, October is bereavement month. Is a month to remember all the babies that came but didn't stay. I am one of the people who is always present when a child is born like that, or when a family needs that kind of support. And so I know it firsthand how difficult it can be. The one thing that I'm happy about is that people these days are willing to ask for help. They're willing to be vulnerable in front of other people, and they're willing to accept that, no, this is not something I want to go through by myself. Now, parenting comes with a lot of change. There's a lot of change that happens with just yourself, but there's also a lot of change that happens with the event itself, and also the family dynamics changes. Now, there are emotions that come with everything that I'm going to share in the video. Today, my son is 5 years old. I went back automatically to 5 years ago. Yesterday, I was already admitted at the hospital because they can never find my veins, and it was going to be a planned C-section for medical reasons. And they found it, or they thought it was better if I was already admitted and had a bed beforehand, so they could do the test that they wanted to do. So 5 years ago, yesterday, I was already admitted, and then 5 years ago today at 8:15, I was the first one in theater, and my baby was born. He came with a story. It's a huge story. But one of the emotions that I learned to deal with as a mother, I think, is the moment when they realized that he was coming with a story, and how that was going to impact us, how that was going to impact me as a mother, first of all. So I'll explain what that means. He came with complications. And from the moment that we found out that there was complications, there was a lot of information that was conveyed to us, a lot of information that was shared with us, a lot of links that we were asked to go and read and check and research and everything else. And so there was a lot of doubt and cloud that sat on our heads as a couple, as a family. But we trusted the process, and we trusted the doctors' evaluations and recommendations and what they have seen and everything else. So in the end, the birth happened, and then he was born. And I have a lot of people who would normally ask me, how did you cope with that as a couple? Because that is something that could break many couples. And I do know, and I see it a lot also when I am doing my rounds with couples that I support. There is a lot of emotions that couples themselves don't talk about. It's very easy to send a WhatsApp and go, I love you, XXX. But when that person is in front of you, there's not a lot of communication that happens. So one thing that helped us go through the whole process was communication. So we did sit and share our thoughts and where we were at with the information that we had. And then it wasn't finding a solution, but it was just finding common ground that we could hold on to. And also just allowing each other to feel the feels and what that information that you received did to you. Because, yeah, everybody grieves in their own way. Even a married couple who are married for 50 years, if something happens so significant, you want space and time to mourn in your own and to think things over and regroup. So we gave each other time to find common grounds first. We communicated where we were at, and we went with the research and information that was conveyed to us, and then we held on to that little hope that, the doctors were saying, yeah, this is very common, and we see it quite a lot these days. And these days we can do X, Y, Z. We can plan the birth, and then after the birth, everything else can be planned because now we know what we are up against, and so on and so forth. So then that was the hope that we held on to. So for couples who are waiting to give birth, you're waiting on the arrival of your miracle, you are long awaited, you prayed for baby. Should you find yourselves in the situations that we were at, don't forget to share with each other and be open with each other. Try and find common ground. And I will tell you this also, many times the people outside, even the ones that we love so dearly, do not get it. There are people who mean well that will come to you and share advice or share a story that, you know, they also know somebody whose child had the same diagnosis and they've gone and lived and blah, blah, blah. But don't forget that many times that advice is not needed. So as a friend, as a family member, as a colleague, think always, is what I'm going to say to this person who is going through whatever it is that they're going through, is it going to help them? And if you're in doubt, I always say, don't say it. Don't say it. Just be present, be available, be there when they need a shoulder to cry on. And many times, try and keep your own opinions, tips, stories, hints to yourself, because there is so much that these people are going through, and it's so much information that you have to process that sometimes you don't need somebody else coming in and denting everything else that you're trying to make sense of in the name of advice. And then after everything is done, try and enjoy the little milestones that this child makes, because that's one thing that you forget, and you stay in the sad and the what could have been, that you forget to live and enjoy them and watch them grow and clap for them when they reach those milestones and pray for them to reach the next ones and stuff like that, because life is evolving. Life is an evolving process. So evolve with that child. And they do actually see the kind of emotion and energy you give after everything else is done. So communicate, find common grounds. If you're a guest, a friend, a family, a colleague, be mindful of the advice that you're going to share with these people. Be available, offer your support. Don't say it if you're not sure if it's going to help somebody. And then the last one is try and enjoy everything that comes with it. The hard, the bad, the good, the ugly, the triumphs, the sorrows, it's all a part of the adventure of parenting. So I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.